feet began to sweat as those two fluffy little bunnies with the blue button eyes stared sappily up at me.
Come down here so I can see you better.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in. I'm Mark McLean. No, we're not having a shave of the day. Time for another knife video. I want to introduce to you my latest knife, and it's a little bit dirty. I didn't realize it until I flipped it out. I'd forgotten. I had been slicing up some cake, rum cake. My wife made this for Christmas. It's rum cake. Get you a drink of it. I mean, a piece of it, and eat it or drink it. Oh, eat it. Yeah. Man, this stuff is, wow. It's a stout cake. You could almost drink it. Anyway, I forgot that I had used the blade to do that, so I apologize. Caught me with my pants down, so to speak. Or shall we say, not prepared. How's that sound? Much better? Yeah. Alcohol. That's all you need when you have a bunch of sticky stuff. And it gets it right off. You just have to make sure you spray down each portion that's coated. And it gets the stickiness off immediately. I hadn't realized that I left that on there overnight so it had a chance to sit. Of course, it's not going to damage the blade. I mean, it's pretty decent with rust retention. This is a very sharp edge, though, so I don't want to accidentally hit it. Anyway, back to the knife review at hand. I apologize for that little mess up. Okay, this is the Benchmade Ambush. Anything that I'll be doing today regarding this knife will be off the top of my head, as I do not have any stats. I honestly could not find this knife. I know, and I am smart enough to realize that it is discontinued, and I do know that. It's discontinued, right? And therefore, it's not available for resale, usually. But sometimes you get, you know, even a blind squirrel finds a nut. Or, as my dad used to say, a blind possum finds a persimmon. Anyway, I say that by meaning that you would have thought I would have been lucky or fortunate enough to have found something about this knife or located one even on eBay for sale. Nope, just the mini Ambush, the smaller version. That's all they've got anywhere, and I have looked. My buddy Jacob Thompson, he's known as Crazy Ace on Instagram. He is a friend of mine and lives locally. He knew that I like big knives because I have big hands. This one is perfect for me. I'm serious. I love the feel of this knife because of the way it's just perfect for my hand. And I could not believe how it felt after I got it home and got to actually play with it and see what it was like. Because we just sort of traded. I mean, you know, when you're buddies, you don't worry about, oh, that knife cost me this, or that knife so-and-so is list for this price. Hell, you probably couldn't find a price on this one anyway, because you can't find one to do any information or get any information to do a review on. I've looked, I have searched, and if you can come up with a site where it gives all of the stats, and I don't mean a YouTube video where someone else is giving their opinions, I mean an actual video, not a video, but a link showing this knife and the stats that go with it and the information when it was for sale, you know, just like, say you're going to find a knife today, or the mini Ambush, you're going to look it up on Blade HQ. You know, you'll be probably lucky enough to find a mini ambush. It'll have the specifications as well. It'll list them separately. And I haven't been able to find one for the larger ambush. And I think, is that spring loaded? Actually, I think it's called the arc lock. Benchmade puts out. Maybe I'm wrong. But you depress the lever on the side. It's a lever lock. And there you have it. Push it out, nudge it about, I think, 32 degrees or so, and it flops out. This is an AUS-8 steel blade. You can see the grind lines, and I love that. I love being able to see the grind lines. It's got a very, very sharp edge on it. I think this is factory edge plus my buddy Jacob Thompson's edge. I believe he has done a little bit of work on sharpening it himself because it's very sharp. He has a, I believe he has a sharp maker. Is that what it's called? Anyway, he has some kind of rod system that he uses, I believe. Anyway, it's a great knife. Mel Pardue designed this knife. It is a deep pocket carry, and I like that. In fact, there you can see the Mel Pardue design insignia. This price point on this knife comes out fairly inexpensively. Otherwise, I don't think it would, other than the fact that this is a Taiwanese blade. Yeah, that's why you get the low price point on this knife. Otherwise, this could be a $200 knife easily, in my opinion. Easily. It would not surprise me if Benchmade had priced this at $200+ dollars. I'm serious. That's the quality this knife has. But it's a Taiwanese blade. It came from Taiwan. They sent it, or sent specs to them in Taiwan to make them a knife. And they did, very cheaply, inexpensively made. It even says Taiwan right here. Blade play, just a little, yeah. It's got side to side blade play. Rock lock, just a little, yeah, it does. But that's all right. The knife I had wasn't perfect either. I traded him a Spyderco Tenacious. No, I take that back. It wasn't a Tenacious. I forget which one it was. It was a Resilience, a Spyderco Resilience. I traded that for this knife. And it was a good knife. It was about the same price point, actually. But that's okay. I'm proud to have this knife. It's a good quality user knife for me. I'm going to be using it in every aspect. As you can tell, I've already been using it to slice the rum cake, right? 'Tis the season. All right. Back to what I was saying. This, I believe, is called the arc lock. And the way it works is quite simple. You push it down and it folds. But this one sort of snaps too, because it's sort of almost spring assisted, I guess you'd say. And it pops right out very nicely. It's a very long blade. I don't think that it would be all that great for for stabbing if you wanted to use it for such. Of course it would. You could stab away with that. But it's not necessarily designed for that. It's not a tactical protection type knife. It's a good quality knife. Weight is pretty heavy. We will go ahead and see what we can get on the length, since I don't have any specs to work with. Okay, you've got a 4-inch blade right there. Cutting surface of about 3, I don't know, and 7/8. I can't hold it still. Not with 2 hands. I need to lay it down. Let you guys look at it. Sorry about the reflection of that damn light. I apologize. There you go. Yeah, that keeps rolling back and forth on this. I'm sorry. Okay. That gives you a little bit of an idea, I think, on the length of the blade. Overall length, let's find out. I'm saying it's got to be around an 8-inch knife here, 8.5 to 9. It is 9, yeah. 9-inch knife. That's why I like it, I guess, because that is pretty much the size that I prefer when I carry a knife. Now, I think this will be a lot better. Now you perhaps can see. There you go. 9 inches. It's a good knife. I like it. I think that it's going to get a lot of use. In fact, I know that it's going to get a lot of use. And with the AUS 8 steel, it's not the best steel in the world, but don't get me wrong, I like AUS 8 steel. It sharpens really easily. Of course, on the other hand, it does dull a lot easier than some of the tool steels, such as D2 or any of the others. But I have my own sharpening systems. I have 3 different styles of sharpening that I offer with my knife sharpening business, Mirrored Edges. So I'm not worried about that, concerned about having to sharpen. I've got strops galore and all kinds of substrate pastes to go on them. So I'm not concerned about sharpening. I will sharpen it when it needs it. Right now it doesn't need it. It's very, very sharp, thanks to my buddy, I think. I believe Jacob is the one that got it to be as sharp as it is, because I honestly don't think it came that sharp from the factory. I don't think that it would whittle hair by any means, but that's okay. It's still extremely sharp. It would chop a few hairs. It's hair popping sharp. Let's try this here. Let's move this light out of the way. That light is just pathetic. I know. My lighting sucks. It's very bad lighting. Okay. There you go. Hair popping sharp. Very nice. Mel Pardue's knife, the Ambush from Benchmade. Tip up carry only, I think. Yes, only. Tip up carry, right side tip up carry only. I said earlier it is a deep pocket carry. This would be the extent of what you would see sticking out of the pocket if you were to stick it inside your pocket. That's how much sticks out. It has a lanyard hole, which I need to fill that up because I like lanyards. And I will definitely get some lanyard going on this thing. That's it, baby. The Benchmade Ambush. One heck of a knife. If you get the chance to grab one, I suggest you do. Okay? Have a great day. Get out and pay it forward. Don't forget to do that, okay? It's very important. Season's greetings, everyone. Peace.
I ought to say no, no, no.
Mind if I move in?
At least I'm gonna say that I tried.
What's the sense of hurting my
I really can't stay.
Baby, it's cold outside.